Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello everybody. Today we're talking about Titanic, but not Titanic movie as you expect. Okay, when they built the Titanic, I don't know if you know this, but when they built the Titanic and they were going to sail from Liverpool to New York, and they're making this journey. One of the ones who made this Titanic was asked in an interview just before they left Liverpool. He was asked, "Do you think this whole ship could actually sink in the ocean?" And do you know what he said? This Jabbar, this tyrant, he said that even if God wanted to sink it, he couldn't sink it. This is in the record. This is in their media. You can dig it up and you'll find it. He said, even if God wanted to sink it, he wouldn't be able to sink it. So they went. They went on this cruise liner, this ship, and they sailed across. Okay? And they got something near to the Pacific side, and it was night time. They're all having a wonderful time on the ship. These are the wealthiest people who can afford this. Imagine the wealthiest people who can afford this. And the luxuries on this Titanic. There is nothing like this in the world. So what happened is this nighttime, ahead is a bit of mist. Okay, ahead is a bit of mist, mist, and they all know that in this freezing weather there can be icebergs that are like mountains from the seabed that rise up. They know this, but Allah's got their hearts in His hand. So He makes the sailor of this ship say, no, don't worry, Titanic. What's an iceberg gonna do to Titanic? An iceberg. He's thinking, if I go ahead, I go slowly, but if I just go ahead and if I hit an iceberg, this thing's so big, it's gonna break the tip of the iceberg. That's what went in his head. Allah made him believe that. So they went ahead in the night time. I read about this. I read a whole article about this. They said to him that it's not safe. And he said, don't worry. What can happen? Don't worry. So he went ahead. And it was a very sharp iceberg that they had. They sliced into it. And then after a little while, it's like they're all still playing their music and they're enjoying themselves, and some are asleep and the chefs are cooking, and then next minute they know the sailor says we're gonna down. They built this Titanic so strong that they believed that it couldn't snap. One of the theories was this Titanic, it couldn't snap. What's happening now is that it's getting heavy here, heavy and heavier, and this part of the boat, the other side of the boat is now lifting, and it got so high that in the middle, the ship, it snapped. And they lived with a face of fear and humbleness to tell the story of what Allah did to them. They told stories to their children, and their children told their children, and Allah showed them who Al-Jabbar is, who the real mighty one is. Where is that guy who made this statement now, that even if God wanted to sink this ship, he couldn't even sink it? And this is Allah saying to all the rest of mankind, don't challenge me. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.